So, what is a good way to get warmed up and prepped for your workout? Let's start with 5 minutes on the bike to get the heart rate up and the blood pumping. This can be switched for a run, jump rope, a rower, anything like that is fine. In terms of mobility and prep, we want to focus on a few key points, that being mobilizing the wrists, shoulders, ankles, and hips. So starting with a wrist stretch, hands on the floor, rocking forwards and backwards, trying to get the shoulders over the fingers. Next, taking the fingers out to the sides and rocking left to right. Just 3 to 5 reps of this on each side. Finally, turning the fingers back to face towards the knees and rocking the hips back towards the heels. Next, going into a high plank position, aiming to press the floor away and engage the core. And then we're just going to go with some high plank shrugs, focused on trying to get the shoulder blades to come together and then pulling the shoulder blades apart, pressing into the floor. Next, going into a down dog position and pedaling the heels down and up from the floor, getting a stretch through the ankles, the calves, the hamstrings, the hips, the shoulders, and the back. From here, transitioning into a runner's lunge with the hands on the floor still, and just making some hip circles. You can add in a little rotation work by dropping the elbow down towards the floor and then going into a high rotation. And then switching and repeating on the opposite side. From here, we're going to lie down flat on the floor, going into a archer stretch for the chest and the shoulders. So taking one arm out to the side and then rotating across and towards the ceiling. Then into a child's pose, getting that stretch through the hips and the back, shoulders and arms. Next, going into a mobility flow sequence. So starting from the downward dog position, going into a high plank, to the bottom of the push-up position and holding for a second, and then transitioning into the up dog position. And again, going through 5 rotations of this. This is a nice little movement drill I like to do, just because it nicely mobilizes and preps the joints, and also gets that core activation. and just focusing on 2 to 3 seconds hold in each position. When it comes from the down dog to the up dog and the transition, really focus on pushing the hands into the floor and engaging the core to transition. After the final transition through, walking the hands back to the feet, standing tall, and you're good to go, ready to rock and roll.